Hello, people. So, today I was going to recreate Emma Stone from a photograph using oil paint. I mean, I'm not a professional artist, but it's just, I was doing something for fun, decided to try something new. I do have a couple of other oil portraits that I've done, but they're not professional in any way at all. So, yeah, and then back there also I have a quite a large still life made using oil paint. Yes, I think it's pretty decent. I've also worked on some smaller portraiture pieces like color pencils. Yeah, mostly I use color pencils. I started by creating a basic skin layer using one tone and then adding other colors like reds, oranges to that to make to create a subtle, basically like a subtle overlay for the cheeks. And then I added some highlights later on and some darks, and I started mixing them together. As you can see in this section, I was adding some darks and some reds as well to the painting. I was then later on blending it in to look a little more convincing, just to create a subtle blend overall. And that's pretty much what I was doing for that part. Before I started doing the lips, I was just experimenting with lights and darks to create a tonal range. Because well, it's pretty much high key, so there's not that much of a tonal range, anyways. Another thing I was doing simultaneously is working on the lips as well, which aren't complete in the video, but yeah, in the final photo you can see how they look like. Yeah, basically, yeah, that's what I was doing for the first thing, for the first section of the video. For the next couple of minutes, I was working on the lips primarily. I was trying to add highlights and make them as well realistic as possible. Just do some blending on them. Yeah, that's what I was doing, and I was also trying to fix the shape to make it as similar to the reference photo as possible by adding some skin color around the lips to shape them into into proper shape. And then yeah, and then I was starting doing the hair later on after I finished the eyes, of course. So I finished the face first after much blending and everything else. I was doing the hair, yeah, and yeah, I didn't have a small brush, which was quite difficult for me without a small brush to create like different strands of hair. So I just did like a general overlay of hair, something that looks like hair. Well, it's not as detailed as it could have been if I had smaller brushes. And of course, the neck and a piece of cloth. That was the final touches. And then I used some sky blue paint. I mixed some green and blue to create the effect. And then for the background, I decided to use impasto paste and some reddish and orangish hues to create like the overlay. I might add like a golden framing piece to it later on, but I might not. It depends. So yeah, if you like the final outcome and you want to see more, consider liking. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Final outcome doesn't look too bad. But I wish it wasn't the hair wasn't that still. If I could work on strands a little bit more, but it was very difficult with a smaller brush to create proper strands like in normal hair. Yeah, that was a big challenge for me. The neck doesn't look too bad, but I'm not gonna show it because yeah, well, it doesn't. Yeah, it's not exactly the best one there is out there. Yeah, but this final image shows pretty much a generalized view of the painting. For comparison, here's the reference from which I was painting the final piece. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much. There are some similarities, but uh, it's not really professional in any ways at all. I find that the head is I mean, the face is slightly. It has some small issues with it. Maybe the hair is not that great, but and the clothes is obviously is not too good either. But generally, I think it's okay.